You're listening to The Standard Podcast. Eye-opening for your ears.
สวัสดีครับผมไม่ใช่โบสาวิตรีนะครับ but you have come to the right place. This is We Need To Talk podcast talk show ภาษาอังกฤษสำหรับคนไทยที่ใช้ภาษาอังกฤษครับ Hi guys, welcome to episode 27 of our show. Thank you so much for subscribing, downloading and listening.
ผมบิ๊กบุญครับโปรดิวเซอร์ของ Need To Talk นะครับรีบบอกไว้ก่อนเลยวันนี้โบยังอยู่นะฮะขอเสียงหน่อย
ไม่ได้ทิ้งกันไปไหนยังอยู่ค่ะ
ใช่แต่ว่าวันนี้โบไปนั่งอยู่ในเก้าอี้ของเกสอีกแล้วนะฮะอีกสักครู่หนึ่งก็จะรู้ว่าทำไมนะครับ Okay, let's see. Here's what we have already known about you. We know that a lot of people know you as Bo AF5, and we know that you are the host of We Need to Talk podcast, and we know that you are one of the voice actors in the Thai animation, which personally I think is making history. 9 สัปดาห์100 ล้านไปแล้วใช่ไหมครับ
ใช่ค่ะ
สุดยอดครับ and we also know that you are eating for two right now.
Yes.
You're pregnant, right?
I am.
Okay, and that's exactly why you're here today as a guest because we kind of want to make it official. So, and I'm sure that a lot of people might have a lot of questions. So I'll ask them for the audience.
Okay.
And that way we can keep them update on how you're doing. Okay?
Sure.
All right. So let's start. You've been married for how long?
3 years.
3 years. But you've just pregnant now. So is that because you guys planned it that way that it should be two of you guys for a while first and then the baby comes later?
Yeah, absolutely. P. Great, my husband, is a big planner. He said everything has to go like step by step. First we get married and then we build a house and then the baby because he didn't want me being pregnant and being around the construction site because the house that we were building is right next to the house we were living in.
Oh, I see.
So there would be a lot of dust, a lot of chemical smells. So we were waiting for a while for the house to finish.
Okay.
And then when the
now
house
that it
finished,
has?
so we started and little did we know it came really fast and sort of unexpected because everyone has been telling us throughout our whole marriage saying แบบมันไม่ง่ายนะแบบถ้าตอนปล่อยไม่ใช่ว่าแบบจะติดง่ายๆนะต้องรีบปล่อย so we were kind of worried about that thinking that it wasn't gonna be easy
Yeah, we have heard so much about a lot of ladies out there who has difficulty getting pregnant too.
And so at first I think we started in July.
Right.
But it was random because I have irregular period, which means that I don't ovulate every month.
Okay.
So it's a lot harder for me to calculate, my ovulation time. Just to make it easy to understand, it's harder for me to get pregnant. So we tried that the first month, and then my husband was really confident. I was really confident. I'm like, okay, I think we got it. I think we got it, and we didn't. So I was taken aback a little. I'm like, okay, maybe it is harder than we thought. So the next month we tried it again with the ovulation kit. And then that month I was so confident that it's not gonna happen because I was so confident last month. Yeah, so and then it just sort of happened. The week prior to me finding out, my friend น้องหนิม AF
ครับ
she sent me a text message saying, hey, are you pregnant? And I said, why? No. I was like, I don't think so. Why? Because usually she has like a special sense. She has a very good intuition, I would say.
Okay.
And so I'm like, why? Did you have a dream or something? She goes, no, I looked at your Instagram pictures and you look like you have this aura of someone who's getting good news.
Yeah, the glow.
Yeah. She said you have this glow. And she said if it was a person in a relationship, it would seem like you're about to get married. But if you're married, it seems like you're about to get a baby. So I said, no, I don't think I'm pregnant, but I'll take the test just to see. I guess I have to in the morning. I just want to know. So the next morning I took a test and it was negative. So that's why that month I was so confident that I was like, I'm not pregnant. So when my husband was urging me, he said, trust me, you're pregnant. Please take the test. Please take the test.
Why did he say that? What did he see?
I asked him the same thing and he said I won't tell you until you take that test and it's positive
Okay
so I took it and then when it turned positive I asked him again he said nope I'm not gonna tell you
Why
I'll tell you when the doctor confirms
Okay
and when
So
I
he really wanted to be sure
yeah because he didn't want to get too happy too soon because he said the test is it could go
Could be
wrong
false, it
yeah
could be-
but I'm like on the box it says 98% accuracy I don't think it's wrong because it's really dark the line's really dark it's not even like a faint line it's like a dark line
Did you take it like twice to make sure
no it's funny because that morning I only had one left and he kept on
okay.
urging me to take it and I said I only have one left I'm just gonna do it just to shut you up I already know I'm not pregnant but I'm gonna do it just to ease your minds and just to shut you up from bugging me to take it and
Turned out to be 2 lines
yeah and believe it or not I set it to the side of the toilet didn't even get up yet I sort of turned to the side and looked and then sort of did like the double take I did that I was like is that a line coming up I kept on looking at it and I wasn't sure and I looked in the mirror and I was on my side of the bathroom and he was on his and I looked in the mirror and I saw him and I said ที่รัก oh my god and I kept on going oh my god and I looked back oh my god and he goes หนูอย่าล้อเล่น
อย่าล้อเล่นกับเรื่องอย่างนี้
อย่าล้อเล่น and I'm like no I'm not like oh my god I still said I kept on saying oh my god and I started crying and I think that's when he knew that I wasn't kidding and he was like really are you for real I'm like yeah I think so and it's so funny because that moment it felt like we were in a comedy movie because I got up like confusedly and because I wasn't sure if I'm like do I really have something in me right now I don't feel like it like what's going on is the test real so it was really it was kind of shocking I guess but it was a feeling that I've never felt before so I stood up with my pants still on my ankles like I had no pants on and I got up and I started crying and my husband ran to me and he like hugged me with no pants on and I was like oh, I'm really pregnant he goes หนูอย่าเพิ่งดีใจ that's when he said oh the test มันอาจจะผิดพลาดได้เดี๋ยวรอไปหาหมอก่อน
And then you went to the doctor
And then
of
we went to the
course.
doctor.
And he confirmed it
yes and the doctor said the test is pretty much 99% so you didn't really need to come but if you want a blood test I will do it for you
Right but I really got your husband because he really want to be sure and this is the kind of thing that we do not want to be happy for nothing
yeah
right?
he said he didn't want to like ดีใจเก้อ
ใช่
and then so after we got the test result from the doctor like we got in the car and I said can you tell me now like why did you think I was pregnant he goes well one because I've been complaining that my boobs were hurting I kept on going oh my god like my boobs are killing me and I kept on saying I think I'm getting my period I think because I had some cramps that were kind of like period cramps
right
and it's the exact same symptoms as the month before when I was really positive that I was pregnant I had the same symptoms and so I thought I was getting my period so I said yeah I kept on he said you kept on saying that you're about to get your period but you never did and he said normally when you said you're about to get your period you would be really cranky you would be PMSing but you weren't this month so that's when he thought that I might be pregnant and then 2 I kept on complaining about my breasts being like really hurting and they were getting bigger and 3 we were lying down watching TV one night and we were sort of like snuggling with each other and he said why are you so warm
okay
ตัวร้อนบอกหนูทำไมหนูตัวร้อนมากเลย and we both have been doing our research on pregnant people how like signs of pregnancies because we really want a baby and he said are you pregnant like that's when he thought I was pregnant because ตัวร้อน and I was like no it's probably because 2 days prior to that I just went to ปลูกป่า
okay
ที่ระยอง I was like I'm probably
Once
coming
again,
up with
you
something
thought it was something else.
yeah I was like I'm probably coming up with something I'm probably getting sick so I was in the sun for a really long time so like yeah maybe that's why
So he was very observant and he knows you really well
yeah he knows me better than
even
myself
better than you yeah
that's crazy
wow so how did you break the news to your family and friends
Well, my parents, they were the first people I called. And my mom, my mom is really funny because she knows me so well. She knows the tone of my voice. She knows, it's like she can read.
And she can tell what's up right away.
She can read my mind ever since I was little. I swear she has
So
a
you
superpower.
told her over the phone?
Yeah, because that day, before I went to the doctor, I saw her. I went to lunch with my parents.
Okay.
I didn't want to say anything until we confirmed it. But then that day, I was like hugging her and like, I don't know, just being really like lovey-dovey. But then she didn't suspect anything, and because that's normally how my family is, anyways. Yeah. So when we
after
got
the
it
doctor
confirmed,
confirmed,
I called her immediately in the
Okay.
car because I wanted her to be the first to know. And I just said like, oh, guess what, Ma, Pa, I don't know what I say. I said, ป้ามาให้มีข่าวดี and then my mom was like ทำไมท้องแล้วเหรอ I was like how do you know she goes แหมก็เกิดมาขนาดนี้มาก็ฟังออกแล้วแหละ she's like I know your tone of voice like you yeah so we told them and then that night we were going to dinner with his family
Yeah.And that is what I saw on Instagram or something.
Oh no, I showed it to you.
Oh, that
yeah,
one.
I didn't post it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but before we went to dinner, we got his parents together, and I think I took like a short clip of it too. When he told them, and they were so excited. What? Like ท้องแล้วเหรอ It was such because P Great tricked them into their like formal living room and said, oh like. มีเรื่องปรึกษาเกี่ยวกับแบบเรื่องแบบมีเรื่องปรึกษาอะไรเงี้ย so they thought like it was something with his work or something like what's wrong like are you okay and then he broke the news to them and they were really excited
Yay
and then that night we went to dinner with the rest of the family with Great's sister and her husband and their kids and I got their reaction on the phone and how I told them was I was holding my phone like this and I said okay everybody say cheese and they speak English because his brother-in-law is Chinese. So it's like, everybody say cheese. And they're like, cheese. I'm like, all right, one more time, say cheese. Cheese. Okay, everybody say, Nabo is having a baby. Because they call me Nabo. And they're like, what, a baby? What? I was like, I'm pregnant. They're like, what? And they got like so excited. And then
แต่พูดตามก่อนใช่ไหมแล้วก็แบบ
like they didn't say it completely because they didn't hear me. So they said something, baby. And then they were like confused. They were still smiling. And I was like, I'm pregnant. I'm having a baby. I really am having a baby.
Yay.
And that's when they got like really happy.
Wow, happy times.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so about being pregnant.
Yeah.
I heard that you did not have morning sickness, but instead you have evening sickness, right?
Yeah.
So is that normal for people?
I mean, I looked it up online because I thought it might have been abnormal, but apparently it's pretty normal. And whoever came up with the name morning sickness,
It's like all day sickness.
it's like all day sickness.
Right.
And I think I even read an article about how I think in English it's the only language that calls it morning sickness. The other one just call it pregnancy.
แพ้ท้อง
Yeah, pregnancy sickness, like in other languages,
ไม่ได้
including
ระบุเวลา
Thai.
เนอะ
Yeah,
ใช่
including Thai is like แพ้ท้อง
Right.
But yeah, they call it morning sickness for some reason.
So you have it most of the time in the evening?
Yes, most of the
Okay.
time. But sometimes like around lunch, but most of the time in the evening.
So how bad was it or is it? You
To
still
this
have it?
day, a little. It's better. It's
Okay.
gotten a lot better. I have more energy now. Instead of throwing up every day, I'm throwing up like every other day.
That's not a lot better.
Yeah, it's a progress.
Okay.
And I kept on saying, I want to be able to enjoy my pregnancy. I want to enjoy it already. I want to enjoy being pregnant already. I felt like I was suffering, and at one point I was hugging my toilet, like crying. When is this gonna stop? I was throwing up a lot, like exorcism style. And I tried to look it up online, like what to do to prevent it, like eating crackers before you get out of bed. So I have like a bunch of crackers by my bedstand, drinking water. But then it got to the point where I couldn't even drink water. When I drink water, I would throw up.
Ouch.
So it was really hard for me to cope.
Okay.
I ended up just sleeping a lot and tried to sleep it off. But I get really nauseous the entire day. No matter what I do, I felt like I was being. If you can't imagine, like imagine being car sick. all the time.
Wow.
That's how I felt. Like even just sitting down, I felt car sick all the time. And if I get up and walk, I felt like I was
Dizzy.
really dizzy and really, really car sick.
So is there anything you can do about it? Like once you get all that symptoms, you can take some medication or anything that to make it less?
There are medications that you could take. I took vitamin B6 in the morning to help, but it does. I feel like it doesn't help that much. And there are more motion sickness medicine that you could take, but I didn't want to take any medicine because so I was like, I'm just gonna suck it up because I didn't want it to affect the baby.
Okay.
And now I'm starting to get these migraines, these really bad headaches. Started a few weeks ago, and I didn't want to take. Although you can take Tylenol, I didn't want to take medicine, so I sucked it up.
Once
So I
again.
sucked it up once again, and at one point it lasted 24 hours.
Oh my God.
I went to bed. I woke up. It's still there.
Oh God.
Yeah, but
So have you compared notes to anybody else to see that your sickness is normal or is something that you should be worried about?
yeah, my mom.
Okay.
My mom had it worse. She was
Really?
hospitalized when she was pregnant with me.
Wow.
But I think it's because back then they didn't have the internet and she didn't know like to eat crackers before you get out of bed. But she couldn't eat anything. Whatever she was eating, she would throw it all up. And she ended up being hospitalized to get some IVs, to get nutrients into her body, a few times actually.
And I imagine you must have gone online a lot to,
Yes.
financiers.
A lot. I try to find out if what other people are going through, and it's pretty normal. They said the majority of women will actually go through morning sickness, and they said if you are prone to motion sickness,
Okay.
then the chances that you might be
That
you
makes
might
sense.
have morning sickness.
Okay.
And I was I used to get really car sick.
Oh, okay.
But I compare notes to my best friend is also pregnant at the time. She's in the
Really?
U.S.
Wow.
She's about 5 weeks ahead of me. And we keep on comparing notes. She doesn't have anything. She just have like this repulsive to meat, and that's
Wow.
it. But
And you must
no
think
throwing up.
that's not fair.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But in my mind, I kept on saying, okay, maybe this could be good because I really want a girl. And I've read that if you have like really bad, severe morning sickness, it could be a girl.
Oh,
So that kept my hopes up. I'm like, okay,
I see.
maybe it could be good.
Or
Yeah.
any weird cravings like we hear
Not
about a lot?
so much. I don't crave for anything in particular. Well, early in my pregnancy, I was craving like passion fruit and
Passion fruit.
a lot of berries.
That's a
I
very
wanted
good
lot
cravings.
Yeah, I wanted a lot of berries. But then at one point, I was throwing up, and then like passion fruit is really sour, so it burned my throat, and it left a really weird aftertaste in my mouth. So I was repulsed to passion fruit. But then after that, I didn't want to I never crave for anything sour. I know what I crave for. That was kind of weird. I normally just have room temperature water. I usually don't drink cold water or ice. But I've been craving ice and
Yeah.
bingsu.
บิงซู
อยากกินบิงซูตลอดเวลาจนlike my husband's like jokingly and Mexican food. At one point my husband was calling the baby น้องโฮเซ because I was craving a lot of Mexican food and ice water. I just want really ice cold water and I
But
like to crunch
Mexican
on
food,
ice.
that's what you usually like.
Yeah, that's
what
my favorite
yeah.
anyways. Yeah.
Okay.
But I've
So
been-
you just wanted more.
Yes.
And all the time. Wow. Last question. So far, does being pregnant teach you anything or help you discover any side of you that is so surprising to even yourself?
Well, I feel like I've learned that I thought I was a very active person. I hate staying still. And at first when I found out I was pregnant, my doctor said, like you can't exercise just yet, like just wait, blah, blah, blah. And to this day, he still said, don't do anything extreme, don't jump, don't do any crazy exercise. And usually I'm very active. I like to dance, I do Zumba, I play basketball, very active style of exercising. I can't do yoga. I can't. I've never tried. I've tried it twice, but I got really bored. So I thought I was gonna be
miserable being still
but then at the same time I learned that there's a certain kind of willpower that comes along with caring about someone else like that is inside of you I guess so for me it's all about the baby it's all about his or her well-being and it's not all about me anymore
right
and I have also learned that I actually do enjoy sleeping and staying still and doing nothing. That's something new I learned. I'm like, okay, this is kind of nice. But I mean, yeah. I mean, too much of it could get really boring. But I mean, luckily I still work and I do other stuff. But during morning sickness, I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to get out of the house. I just wanted to lay there and try to sleep because I would get really dizzy every time I get up. But now, like normally I like to do my own stuff. Like I said, I'm very anal about certain things in my house. I like things a certain way, and when other people do it,
everything has to be clean your way.
Yeah, so แบบไม่ถูกใจกลัวแบบทำไม่ดีเดี๋ยวหินเป็นรอยอะไรเงี้ยแบบ you know like 108,900 so my husband has been very helpful and I usually like I said I'm very active. I like to do things myself. I like to go grocery shopping. I carry my own water and all that stuff, but now he does it all.
Right.
And randomly, I would crave for an ice cream at like 10 p.m. and he would go out and get it for me, you know? So that's a trooper right there. He deserves bonus points.
That's kind of nice, huh?
Yeah, and he works a lot. He works full time.
Right.
And he's really tired from work, yet he still finds time to take care of me and to find time during the day to check up on me on how I'm doing.
So sweet. He's going to make a great dad. And you're going to make a great mom.
I
can tell.
So.
I can tell. ไปแล้วครับวันนี้แต่ว่าก่อนจะไปขอฝากเอาไว้ว่าถ้ารู้ว่าเพื่อนคนไหนรักภาษาอังกฤษชอบฟังภาษาอังกฤษหรือเรื่องราวน่าสนใจของเซเลบหลากหลายก็ฝากแชร์เอพิโซดนี้ให้เขาฟังด้วยนะครับ
This is Bo Savitri and next week I'll be back hosting the show as usual สำหรับวันนี้ขอบคุณพี่บิ๊กมากๆเลยนะคะที่มาทำหน้าที่แทนค่ะนานๆมานั่งเป็นเกสต์มั่งก็สนุกดีนะ Bye you guys see you guys next week
The Standard Podcast Eye Opening for your ears